Welcome to stream. How is everyone? Okay, I'm super excited. I'm gonna be starting the game probably pretty quickly here. Echo? Wait, is my audio off? I literally checked right before stream, so... I can fix it if need be, just let me know. But, hello. So, this is Slay the Princess. I have actually played it a bit before. I got a couple of endings, but I only did like one complete full run, and I did that back in like January, so beginning of the year, and that's when I heard about the Pristine cut coming out, and I was like, okay, no playing it until the Pristine cut comes out. Honestly, I wasn't even planning on streaming it again, because I was like, well, I played the game. But this game has so many different endings, so many different things that can like take place, and it's just so full of things. One of the coolest things that I think got added for the Pristine cut update is this where is it? This memories tab. Look, it's all the endings. It's all the vessels. It's me sneezing, even though I don't mean to. It looks really cool. I'm really excited about the memories tab. Alesio, welcome in. And Sancho, hi. I hope everyone's doing well. But yeah, I'm gonna get started, I think, with a new game. And I'm gonna try and get some new endings. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I can't wait to meet her. Again.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
See, I just think that's kind of mean. Although I will say on my very first run, I did slay her. Just a little teeny bit. Just a little teeny tiny bit. The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
See, I don't know about all this. I just think it seems mean. Hey, Beholder, welcome in. This game is amazing, isn't it? But yeah, it does have its own voice acting, and the voice acting in this game is phenomenal. You'll see as we, like, progress, because when I first started playing this, all the way back in January, I didn't think the Princess's VA was, like, amazing, but the more that you play, and the more that you shape the world around you, the more that I was like, wow, no, she is phenomenal. She's amazing. And she always was. I just didn't appreciate her. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I don't know, I think that's pretty poor logic. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Sure.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Yeah, this narrator guy is very intent on me slaying the princess.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Who says it's my job? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist?
Well,
Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
okay. He hates her. Can't someone else do this?
Oh, if only that were the case, but I don't make the rules.
Well, why's it gotta be
I
me?
have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Aw. The narrator is the voice of your favorite podcast that gave you the nickname of the Beholder? Wow, full circle here then. He said if she leaves, what if she does not leave the cabin? Or is this just a minor details? So that's like the questions you're supposed to ask yourself, because you can shape the world and you can influence what happens in different ways and get different results. So you're absolutely supposed to be asking, well, what happens if I don't do this? Or what happens if I do this instead? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
I don't know, that sounds kind of suspicious, but sure. Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
All right. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
He's so cheerful.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
It's just a little thing. Just a little cabin thing. Oh, Linkster, thank you. Thank you for being so kind. Gotta start the stream off right and say how amazing June is. Well, thank you. Always a joy to chat with and listen to Yap, even if it's about our K-drama boys. It's always great seeing her this excited to play a game. Well, yes, this is an amazing game, and I've been so looking forward to the Pristine Cut update. No, you're just starting the game, but think I'd love This Is Not a Game. I've seen This Is Not a Game. I may have played it like on my own a while ago.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't know about that. I like the hero. I forget who my favorite voice was. I liked Smitten. And I liked... Oh, there was another one that I really, really liked. Maybe we'll find him again. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
This place is so barren. You guys can hear the narrator's voice pretty well, right? Or should I, turn that up? Let me know.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. What if I don't take the blade? I'm just gonna enter the basement. I don't need the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
That's such a grim way of looking at it. I don't know about other people, but you think my voice is a little loud? It could be, but it could also be loud compared to like the game. I used to have pretty quiet mic audio, so I've kind of overcorrected probably a little bit. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I appreciate any audio feedback, honestly, so thank you. Although it is difficult to fix things once I'm live, there's not exactly a ton I can do.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
That's her.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I don't know about that. I think it'll be fine. I'm just checking in on you.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
I love that you can lie about saving her, yeah. Give her a false sense of security. I've never used that option. I don't like to lie.
Walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
You know, I think I could. But hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Immediate suspicion. I love that. What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
She's so pretty.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Princess. So, is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird.
That's really strange, yes.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Well, it's kind of already too late to get that blade. I want to be nice to her. I don't want to, like, ask any pointed questions. Well, if I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Well, it has a lot to do with things, actually.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
It's so relevant. I'm curious. Why let me ask, then? It'll be weird when she becomes queen. Then her name will be Queen Princess. Incredible. I love that.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Does she? Okay, no answers, no one cares. Well, I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. Oh, but I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
I think that's so heartbreaking, actually.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
Well, no. Which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
You know, narrator, I'm not even listening to you. You're not even here. You're so irrelevant to me right now.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
Well, you know, I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No, I never saw a key. Saying you were sent to kill her is so calming. Well, I wanted to tell her the truth. Yeah, what if she gets her nutrients via photosynthesis? You know, maybe I'm being too harsh on the logistics of the situation.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Maybe.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
Okay.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
What?
You hear the click of a lock.
What? No, I'm trapped down here.
Is someone else here?
Hey, let me out of here!
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I don't even have the dagger. I can't slay her even if I wanted to. Try the door.
You try the door. but it's locked from the outside.
No. Okay, I guess I have to go back and tell her.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Well, I'm glad I didn't. I don't want to slay her. She probably eats fools who try and break her free rather than slay her. Why would you say that? No, I trust her.
Easier for whom?
Why would you say that?
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I don't know. I don't think this is a mess. There's a pretty princess in front of me.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Well...
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth.
She's
tearing
unhinged!
through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
The way she just goes from gentle and wholesome to, I'm just gonna take matters into my own hands, or teeth, or my hands into my own teeth. Unhinged! Insane!
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
Yeah, who needs 2 hands?
It's the blade from upstairs.
No!
You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
No, I don't wanna.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Maybe I will, you don't know that. I'm gonna save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
I love how cute she is while her mouth is just stained with blood. She's awfully calm. Yeah, she's a little insane, but it's okay. That's what makes her so cute and charming, right? I love her. Papa, welcome in, by the way. I hope you're well. And Moose, good morning to you too. How are you?
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone.
We're gonna have to get that fixed at some point, cause that's pretty brutal. Oh, I have a knife in my hand! Oh, my little, cursor turned to a bloody knife. Fun.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
She was so calm.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Gross. I mean not to be rude or anything, but it's pretty gnarly.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
I mean, I've already come this far. Okay, approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world.
I could.
I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair,
Oh,
your
no,
body steps
wait.
forward and raises the blade.
Wait. You can't do this. You can't just start controlling my body.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
That's what I said.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
I can't help it. Please don't be mad. Oh, I don't want to slay the princess. Oh, warn her.
Stop that.
I don't want to slay her.
Something's come over you, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall.
Oh, she's
before
so
the blade has a
nimble.
chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
You know, she doesn't need her arm. I don't need my life. But I don't want to slay her, so... I can resist. Okay, there's an option.
The
Resist.
blade. Move the blade.
Everything is trying to get me to slay her.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
I can't help it!
She nervously reaches towards you
Oh.
and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm not slaying her.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
This is so horrible. How did this happen? How did we get here? I just wanted to save her. I guess I kind of have. Hey, Granny, welcome in. How are you? What a great point to join on.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
It's okay, just get it over with.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Oh, that's crazy.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
The narrator is rubbing it in my face.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's just, ow.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
She's so bad at murder.
Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
Right? This is brutal.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
I wanted to save her.
Everything goes dark. And you die.
And I die. Unless, Chapter 2, The Damsel.
You're on a path in the woods. And
We're
at the end of
back!
that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I get another chance. I'm still gonna save her. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. You know, funny enough, the first time I played this, and I think, in the VODs of this, I never saved her. So, I really want to, you know? Thank you for the group hydration. That means everyone must hydrate, not just me. And thank you for the posture check. But yeah, Granny, thank you for being here. Thank you for the lurk. I hope you're doing well too. I love seeing the main character's hands as well. I find it so interesting. First time I ever saw his hands, it actually came very late into the game. Like, I think chapter 3 or 4, when I got to put my hand on the mirror. And I was like, oh, that is not a human hand. But apparently if I had, like, saved her right away, we would have been fine. and I would have known what to expect. I would have seen the strange bird hand.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I don't know, last time it wasn't the end of the world. I mean, I guess I didn't get to see if it would have been the end of the world. Huh. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
I don't know about that.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
He got me killed last time. Angel Vibes, how are you? How have you been? Oh, you've been playing Ease as well. How's that been going for you?
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time.
Oh,
did he?
there he
If we're
is.
going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
I love Smitten. He is anything but sneaky.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Which I am.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
You tell him, Smitten. You tell him. Switch is bricked, needs repair. That's so unfortunate. I hope you can get it fixed up soon. Just wanted to drop by and say hello. Best of luck with Slay the Princess. Thank you. It was really great getting to see you. I'm glad to hear you're doing well otherwise. Good luck with the Switch.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically.
No, I like
Sounds
him.
like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Exactly, and that's what makes him so great.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
I love him. A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving. Same. I love him. This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Okay, let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did actually happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Okay.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
That is actually exactly what happened.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
I beg to differ.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
I love that. I love that line. Whoever is making the decisions here. I love the direct way that this game refers to the player, because the voices, the voice of the hero, the voice of the smitten, and any others that crop up along the way, that's not the character that you're playing as. Those are just like the voices in his head that crop up depending on your choices. The player is actually a character in this game, I think. It's me. I'm the one he's trying to appeal to. Am I gonna upload the VODs eventually for Slay the Princess? Yes. Especially now that I've started playing it again, absolutely I will. They are technically uploaded, but since they're, like, unlisted, they're very, very hard to find.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything?
Yup.
If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
No, they did have consequences. I died. I die a lot in this game.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
See, that's an interesting thing to consider, and I don't know if I mind either way.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
How am I supposed to know? I died!
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
You know, as long as I have Voice of the Smitten, I think I can stay pretty consistent. I'm gonna save her.
Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
I'm with them. I'm gonna find a way to save her from that cabin.
That's right, you can't stop all of us.
We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
We're gonna sacrifice the whole world for her. It's like a Weathering with You situation.
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with?
Yup.
You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Rest assured, I will. Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
Okay. Hey gamer, welcome in. How are you? So the only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
I don't know, that's a pretty flimsy argument, I'm just saying.
Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
Ah, yes, her beauty.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Well, who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
I suppose that's all it needs to be, but still. If... You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
That's the thing. He's told me everything I need to know, but not everything he knows. He's fun. Barrel of laughs. Hey, Titus! How are you? Good, though yesterday made you regret having asthma? Really? I hope you're okay. I really, really do. Asthma can be really tough to deal with. Want to hear the story about your first time dealing with a Karen? How'd it go? Was it, disastrous?
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
No, I trust you. I just don't want to do the thing. No, I've seen how that goes. It's, not good. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
It has to be me because I'm the chosen one.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Voice of the hero loves that. They're like, I'm not just a hero, but a special hero?
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice.
Exactly, you tell him.
Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
You know, I haven't even seen another living thing, so maybe I don't even mind sacrificing everything. Alright, we'll proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Sure.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
He's so wholesome.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Okay, proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is
Ooh.
clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
The pristine blade always remains.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Well, you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror.
Well, there is.
There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
But there is. I see it. It's right there.
I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
She would. She so would.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Well, I do have to get ready for the princess. This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
You weren't even here last time around.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
I'm gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
It looks very mirror-like, though.
This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach
Oh.
forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
It totally was.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Maybe she'll love us regardless. You know, looks aren't everything. Just it's just another window thing. A feather? Yeah, he's like a bird person. He's pretty cool. I mean, you saw his hand. It wasn't exactly a human hand. Okay, I'm not gonna take the blade. I'm just gonna go down into the basement. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna help her. We're gonna save her.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Maybe. Or saving her.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
I'm here
Her
to
voice.
save you.
It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
You let Smitten do as he pleases.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Her dress is different, isn't it? It's like more decorative, prettier. But okay, let me catch up. Yesterday you went to a bar with your family for an event. That sounds fun. You had a mask on because you keep coughing. It's really great of you, actually. No one said anything about you coughing, but this one Karen did say, "Excuse me, how sick are you?" You said you just have asthma. Then said, speaking for everybody, no one needs to get sick. They just didn't understand the whole asthma thing. You wanted to go home so fast, but your family went to another event yesterday and you remembered one thing. Character you did a closet cosplay the other day, never gave up and never did Miguel from Cobra Kai. Only bringing up Cobra Kai because Miguel has asthma. Oh, interesting! Yeah, honestly, you're fine. Sometimes people need to just mind their own business. Can't believe that the people who locked her down here forgot to chain her left hand up. I don't know what happened to the second chain. I don't think there's ever a second chain. Maybe it had broken by the time they got her down here. I don't know. There was a window before. It was just very high up and it was barred. This one is open and free, which is interesting.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
I'm gonna save you.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
I love him.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Well, you did stab me, but I know that wasn't personal. Is this one deaf? Oh, he's just saying that because the voice of the smitten is just a voice in the player's head. It's not something that the player character is directly saying. She can't hear the narrator and she can't hear the voices. Just the things that I say. Mind if you share the closet cosplay you did in the Discord? Oh, absolutely you should. Either in photo share, probably. Hey Isa, thank you for being here. Just here to lurk. Thank you for lurking. It's really great to see you.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
We are! She wouldn't say that if we had a feather out of place, probably.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
So cute.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
I don't even have the blade, and I don't even want to. But he knows. He knows that there was the possibility to not have been first.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Well, absolutely. But I guess we can ask her some questions. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Well, yes,
Did we?
I think so.
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She's so brave.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Oh, I don't want to, but I'm glad to know you're fine with it.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
You think so?
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
No, I believe Smitten. Whatever Smitten says.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
There are so many opposing voices. Well, okay, what happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Yeah, that's about what happened from my perspective too, actually. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No?
Isn't that just like our darling princess?
What?
She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
She's so unhinged. She's like, did you want me to end the world? Because I could have if you wanted me to.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Well, no, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
Okay.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
I mean, that's good enough for me, I guess.
Not so sure.
I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
I don't know. I wasn't thrilled about it.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She's so wholesome.
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
She is so unsettling, yes.
That's because she's perfect.
Yeah, she's like a little too perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
We could ask her.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
That's true, actually. That's funny. He's like, you know, I would prefer if she didn't hear voices, so I'm gonna believe that she doesn't. I'm gonna rescue the princess. It's actually my only option.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Already been done.
I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Okay, that's kind of metal.
You wouldn't.
He would.
I would.
He so would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Exactly. Use our own life as bargaining power. He did
The
it.
princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
She looks so sweet.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps
Aw.
up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
She's so cute.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
I don't want to do that, though.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Well, I guess anything? What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
That's kind of sad.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
She's like the type of person who can't make up her mind on what she wants to eat. She's like, I don't know, I'm fine with anything. What do you want to eat? I'm like, I don't know. What do you think you want to eat? She's like, I don't know, whatever you want to eat. Well, there must be something you want.
I just want to make you
Oh.
happy.
The tone immediately changed.
She can't just want to make us happy.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Oh, I have a lot of saves. Let's save here. This is so unsettling. You need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
She's getting less detailed?
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
No, I think we created her, and all she is princess now. You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay,
Oh.
I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Okay.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
No.
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Okay. Um. I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later.
That sounds perfect.
Okay. That was a very normal experience.
Oh, phew. She's back to normal.
Okay, she's fine. She's fine. That was just a weird little one-off moment.
Normal? What are you talking about? Our angel has always been like this. Absolutely flawless.
I don't know. She seemed to have been breaking.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
But we love her. We're smitten. Oh, I didn't mean to come back here.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
No, decidedly not. We're gonna be free together. Look at her. Don't remind me of that. Someone who always says whatever is fine. Or you had someone who always said whatever is fine and whatever was not fine. See, they just want you to know what you want, you know? Except you don't. That's the problem. She has such big puppy dog eyes. You have to trust her. I know, her eyes are huge. They're massive. You're back. You left to go make tea, but you said to send it in photo share. Yeah, photo share is fine. What happened? We are saving the princess. We're doing it. And no, we're not human. This is like a bird man, I think. He talks about his feathers and look at his hand. But it's okay. Love conquers all.
I like to think that you do, actually.
No.
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
This is so sweet.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face.
Not this again.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no, did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Yeah, that's how the story goes.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Love at first sight. You know how it is. We're making our own princess fairy tale story.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Exactly. Do you think you can open it?
Well, I don't know. Do you think I can?
Well, I don't want to go through this again, please.
Of course she can. You believe in her, right?
I mean, yeah?
Nobody is leaving this basement.
You know, I think we we can open it if we try together. Power of love and everything.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
This is so perfect.
And
And
the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade
No!
from the table and slay her before it's too late.
unless... Unless... Just ruin it here right at the end? Unless... Big choice. It's a really big choice. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I could. There's a knife on the table. A whole entire knife. She's so cute. She could be cute with a knife in her chest. I could do it. Maybe I was just playing the long game. You don't know. Alright, you know, I'm gonna make the obvious choice. I'm gonna take the blade and slay the
You
princess!
take the blade from the table, turning its tip towards the unsuspecting princess. Thank you.
Wait. No. You barbarian, what are you doing?
I'm sorry!
You ignore the pleas of the foolish little voice and strike. The princess's eyes grow wide with terror as the blade falls, but she does absolutely nothing to stop you.
Maybe this is what I wanted to do all along! She said she'd go along with whatever I wanted!
Your blade
Stab.
pierces her heart, and she collapses pathetically to the ground.
She's all broken again.
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
No, you did everything great.
No, my love, you did nothing wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not you.
Oh, Smitten is devastated.
I'm going to die now. I think that's what you want.
I mean, yeah? I'm going to die now. Incredible.
And just like that, she's dead.
Ah.
And the world is saved. Thank you for seeing this through. I know it must have been difficult.
Yeah, I was just playing the long game. You should have trusted me, narrator. Come on. I had plans.
I feel sick.
Sick. You took part in the murder of the fairest creature that's ever lived. And you merely feel sick. I, for one, am absolutely distraught. Grief-stricken. Inconsolable.
I feel so bad for Smitten. Like, she's completely fine. Smitten, though, I don't know if he'll ever recover.
You'll get over it. You just saved everyone.
That's so invalidating, but okay.
Get over it. You smarmy ass. There's nothing in the world worth getting over it for. We might as well just end it all.
You raise
Oh!
the blade, aiming the point directly towards your heart. Excuse me? No, you absolutely do not do that.
It's too late. It's too late. We're filled with devastation and grief and regret.
Yeah, let's not make any rash decisions. We should give ourselves a minute, take a deep breath, and...
Rash. The only rash decision we've made was running our acid blade through her heart. This is far from rash. This is measured. This is the only thing left for us to do now that she's gone.
You know, I do feel kind of bad, actually. You know, I should have let Smitten take the reign. I'm the one who makes the decisions here, and I say no.
Exactly. You're not doing this. All of you may have previously thought that my passions were too great to stifle, but those were merely passions of joy. My passions of sorrow run deeper than the ocean itself.
Oh, not the sorrow.
You find that they are far more unstiflable. Haven't you? Haven't you all? I don't believe this.
Wow, he's taking control from the player even.
What? What don't you believe?
Wow.
Into your own heart and collapse to the floor.
Maybe this is how it was always meant to go.
You can't be serious. Why are you helping him? I'm not. He just made it happen. I'm sorry.
He overrode what I wanted. I was just gonna sit here for all eternity.
That's right. You're all sorry. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I die a lot. Chapter 3, The Grey. What have I done?
In the wood. You horrid monster.
Oh no.
You think just because we've returned to the woods you've earned my forgiveness? Our beloved had best be alive and well when we return to the cabin, or you'll never know the end of my wrath.
Okay, Smitten's kind of, frightening, and I should have taken him more seriously. I knew he could control the plot.
She won't be alive and well when we return to that cabin, because she's dead. We killed her.
Oh, I got Voice of the Cold for this. I do like Voice of the Cold, though.
You killed her, and so I killed you.
Smitten hates me.
And you clearly didn't do a good enough job. I'm still here.
This is so interesting. I have opposing voices again. I made this.
Oh, and I'm still here too.
That's good.
If you lot get to be blessed with seemingly eternal life, that must mean she's still there, waiting for us to throw ourselves at her feet in remorse.
Maybe I will go apologize.
I doubt it. I think I'm better at killing than you are.
So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2?
Yeah. Yeah, it's 2.
It's our third.
Third?
What gave it away?
I was counting 2 as in we've done 2 before. But no, yeah, we're on our 3rd run.
Your open discussions. I couldn't care less what he knows. Every second we stand around arguing in the woods is a second that I'm anxiously worrying about her. Take us to the cabin and take us there now. With each passing moment, our relationship may be damaged even further, though I fear the rift between us may already be permanent.
I mean, okay, hear me out. She killed us, right? She stabbed us, and we stabbed her. I feel like this is, it's gonna be fine, you know? When your partner does something toxic, you just do the same toxic thing, and then it's fine, right?
And if it is permanent, then what? You'll kill us again.
Oh, you just wait and see. My vengeance will echo the depths of my bereavement.
I have never seen Smitten like this. This is so unsettling.
Don't provoke him. I prefer if we didn't die again. I'm not fond of dying. Why not? You've already done it twice.
Yeah, we don't need a 3rd.
It was unpleasant.
It was only unpleasant because you think it's supposed to be unpleasant.
I'll make you feel what I feel if it's the last thing I do. And mark my words, you won't like it when it happens.
Oh, how exciting. I'd love to see you try.
This is so cool. I love seeing Smitten and Cold interact.
Can I? Well, I'm not just
No.
going to try. I'm going to actually do it.
The narrator cannot get a word in.
I'm looking forward to it.
This is so cool.
Good. I am too.
I don't even know if there's gonna be a cabin this time. I've never ended up here. Okay, I think I was lying a little bit when I said I didn't save her last time I streamed this. It's been so long that I've forgotten things, right? No, I did save her, and I did go through with it. Like, rest assured. I didn't just, decide to kill her at the last minute because I'm unhinged. I mean, I kinda did, but mostly I wanted a different storyline for myself. This is so cool! I mean, I feel bad and guilty and everything, but this is so cool!
Can I talk now? Yes, I can. Great. Now that you're listening, let me remind you that if you're here in the woods, it means that the princess is not dead, and that her very existence currently poses a direct threat to the entire world.
Yeah. You know, that's gotta be reassuring for... That's gotta be reassuring for Smitten. Preferences? There it is. Okay, I need the music down just a little. Because it's like overtaking the voice a little bit, right? Right. We haven't talked enough about how different this place is. It wasn't different last time. Yeah, let's start there.
If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time.
Well, that's an interesting point.
Wait, but if her influence is spreading, that means there's hope. That means our beloved is waiting up there for us, ready to make amends.
She might hate us.
Yes, I already told you that she's alive. Don't mind him. I don't think he's doing too well.
Yeah, well... He didn't really want to kill the princess. I think I gave him trauma.
I'm doing better than any of you. I'm doing great. She's alive.
Influence doesn't require life.
But if things restarted, why wouldn't she be alive?
Who said they restarted? All they've done is changed.
I shan't listen to the vile mutterings of you serpents. Onward! Our living, breathing princess awaits us.
What happens if we don't go to the cabin?
She'll find a way out eventually and the world will still end. The only way this resolves is if you find her and slay her before that happens. Again, he makes her out to be a monster. I'm tired of all this slander. She's never hurt anyone in her life except for us, and that was our fault.
A little bit, actually, yeah.
We don't know that. She could have done all sorts of things we weren't around to see.
Turn around and leave, go to the cabin. I'm fine with either. So long as we don't just do the same thing again. That would be boring.
Oh, that's my mindset. Just make it different. As long as it's different, it's fine. I don't like that. I don't like that Cold aligns with myself more this time around. It's a little unsettling. This is giving the narrator vibes from Disco. Yeah, but the narrator in Disco wasn't, like, as in control of the plot. You're right, though. I do see similarities. You were typing out a sentence, you were about to type the word cute, and you accidentally typed June? Like it's a synonym? That's really funny. That's really, really funny. Thank you for the group hydration, by the way. That means everyone must hydrate, not just me. And, thank you for the posture check. Were you able to, backspace and type cute like you meant? Alright, I'm the one in charge here. Me. And if we slay her again, you are not going to make us kill ourselves. Is that clear?
Oh, it's clear, you murderer. Though I should remind you that you're not as in charge as you seem to think you are.
Clearly not. Smitten took control fairly easily.
I'm sure his outburst last time was just a fluke. I wouldn't worry about him. Besides, if he kills us again, he kills us again. It doesn't matter. He'll tire out eventually. The flame of passion always burns out in the end. Spoken like a true cynic. Enough bickering. Just stay focused and get to the cabin.
Whatever happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. We might as well see this through.
I'm sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of your past lives. You've already managed to slay her once, just don't muck it up this time, alright?
Alright. I don't know what I'm gonna do now.
Oh, we'll muck it up alright. We'll get our happy ending, even if it damns each and every person who's ever lived.
Okay.
Whatever you do, don't let him influence a single decision. He's clearly lost it.
Maybe I'll make it up to Smitten and I'll try to save her for realsies this time. You know, maybe it was just a prank. It was just a prank. I hope the princess doesn't take it too seriously. I hope she doesn't take it to heart or anything, like she took that blade. Too soon?
I hate that I'm agreeing with him on anything, but I really don't like being at the whims of someone so unstable. It's stressful. Yes, having all those feelings isn't very productive, is it? But we're just passengers here. Why stress over something you can't control? You're saying that like stress is just something you can turn off. It is. It's easy. Whatever happens, happens.
Voice of the Cold is something else.
Are you even alive? What's the point of doing anything if you're not going to feel a single emotion? I don't know. I just exist. And that's fine with me.
I guess if you have no emotions, you have no, like, existential dread or bitterness. No fear or anxiousness about your lack of emotions. I mean... yeah. You know, I was really wondering what voice I would get after what all just went down. Voice of the Cold makes so much sense. Oh, welcome in, by the way. You want to get into art? Any recommendations on where to start for drawing characters? I started with fan art. That way you don't have to, like, think about designing a character as you're trying to learn proportions. So, like, if you have a favorite piece of media, pick a character from that to draw. I started with Homestuck fan art, and that one was super great because I had like a wide variety of characters to choose from, and I don't know, it's just fun. And you don't have to worry about too much. And I would probably focus on like creating guidelines for yourself, like doing the face cross and learning structure, like learning how to structure a pose. But honestly, if you're just starting, like, do something that's gonna be fun for you and don't focus too much on like specific details. and then take note of things you think you can improve on in the future and try to come up with ways to improve on that. Like if your eyes are too big or something, maybe try and come up with a way to set guidelines for yourself that will help you size them better in the future. Stuff like that. Hey Jane, how are you? Hi. Homestuck is Wilden? It is, right? It's crazy. Sounds good. I hope that was okay advice. You didn't ask me anything specific, so I didn't answer with anything specific. But good luck with your character drawing journey. You just woke up, all your body is rebelling, but you're still very happy. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be such a good day. You got to sleep in, and it's Sunday, so you have like maybe a whole free day ahead of you. I don't know what your schedule looks like or anything, but it's gonna be a good day. I can already tell for you. Whenever the cabin's changed and I don't know what I'm gonna walk into, I'm always so nervous.
This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
I feel so called out. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin
Oh.
feels dry and brittle. Ancient dust-covered wooden beams hold up a crumbling ceiling like mummified ribs, each elegantly carved detail of the stately building preserved in an extended stasis. Everything here has been kept safe and dry and lifeless.
Oh, she is dead. Oh no, and the mirror's in front of the doorway.
But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you. There is a figure faintly outlined against the dusty wood of the far wall.
You think she's mad at me?
Is that her? Our beloved. So she does live. She doesn't look very alive to me. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room.
Ooh.
The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door, it's just that damn mirror again. Ah, yes, the mirror. So we can see the monster we've become. If it even lets us look before it vanishes too. The mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this out before dying? There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade.
Well, there's no table.
That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Maybe it's gone because we've already killed her with it. Perhaps it's gone because an oh-so-deserved guilt has started to worm its way into each and every one of you. Perhaps all of you do feel just as bad as I about what we've done. Though if you felt the oppressive guilt I feel, we would have manifested that weapon directly into our hearts.
Well, we have to see the princess first. Come on, buddy. Come on. You can make it through. Hey, Rywek. Welcome in, by the way. How are you? It is. You got your commissions done. You saw your wife using her new chibi model that you made her. Oh, that's so lovely. Everyone loved how expressive and how cute she looks. And you finished your spooky pixel art. That sounds so productive. It's so cool that you do pixel art, by the way. I've been trying to get into it, and it's, like, complex. So that's super impressive.
I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
I don't think I'm gonna be able to slay her. But there is no door.
As if something as flimsy as a missing door would stop us on our sacred quest. Cross the room, find our way back to her, make things right. You're clearly hallucinating, but I'd rather not get into it with you right now. The door to the basement is on the far side of the room, whether you can see it or not.
I mean, I see the door frame, so I know the door is behind the mirror. Approach the mirror, though.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You must think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier, the one that doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open the door. It's still so hazy. We should try and clean it off. Yes. Trying to touch it does seem to be the magic spell to get it out of our way.
That's true. Wipe the mirror clean.
It's time for all of you to see what we've become. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. The handle is just a little to your right, and a little down.
I had to get the mirror out of the way. I actually thought I would be able to touch it because of what Smitten said, but that's not how the story goes.
So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things.
Like the princess.
I see. We are too hideous for even a mirror to behold. We can only hope she might still see some good in us. No way left to go but down.
Okay, enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an antique staircase lit by weak torchlight. The air here is so stale it practically stands still, as if the very molecules of this place have been fossilized, trapped for eons until your arrival.
Oh, she has the blade in her chest! Oh no, that's so grim.
Even the blaze of the torches can't penetrate the odorless air, as if they'd run out of fuel to burn ages ago, their light still flickering more out of habit than from adhering to a physical reality. A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadow.
I hope she's not mad at me.
There she is again.
Hello.
My love. She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
Oh, don't go. I'm sorry about last time. Are we good?
You receive no response.
Oh no, she's mad at me.
Do you think she's upset with us? I don't like being here unarmed after what happened last time. I feel so exposed. Of course she's livid, and with good reason.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen her yet. I haven't gotten to interact with her.
You aren't helping. Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants. It won't do anything.
Why do I do the things I do? What's this game about? So, this game is about choices, basically. And you can go down different routes and shape the world around you. It sets you up with a princess that you're sent to slay in order to save the world. And from there are so many branching paths. It's actually huge. It's a really, really, really cool game. The cabin's bigger, more expensive looking. Your guess is that through each loop, the princess affects everything. Effect on everything near her becomes more fluid. The trees are gone, the house is on a hill, the tallest one at that too. The interior of the cabin is also more expensive looking, royal. Her effect being what it is because she's a princess, or her name being that. Something like that. I love the theories. You're definitely getting the game. I would highly recommend it, actually. There was a huge update that added so much more content and so much more for some endings and some more endings in general. So it's actually a pretty good time to pick it up. I've been waiting to play it until the update went through. And now it's here! I guess I'll proceed down the stairs. She's mad at me.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor. her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain. This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom.
No window at all this time.
See? She's dead. No! What foul trickery is this? How can this be? We just saw her alive and well a moment ago, floating away transparently.
Yeah, I don't know if that's alive and well, but...
Whatever we saw was a ghost. I thought we were all on the same page. Do try to keep up. Your thoughts are interrupted by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock.
Oh, she is mad at me. I was still holding out hope, but she's mad at me.
You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs, clutching a brightly burning torch.
No hard feelings?
So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead. She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before? Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even. Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying, or destroying, if we want to be a little more death-neutral, seems off the table. We make amends. She obviously still holds us in her heart. She's bearing a torch for us and everything. But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
She's really giving us the silent treatment. It's making me nervous.
You came back. I missed you.
Did you?
That angelic voice. I missed you too, my beloved. You sure snapped back to your old self quick. Yes. Seeing her dazzling countenance again has reignited the warmth in my heart. I have found it in me to forgive the sins this body has committed. We can have our perfect romance after all.
She might slay me. I'm gonna die again.
This is a bad place. We're supposed to be together, but it keeps making us hurt each other.
Sorry.
The torch falls from the princess's hand and bounces down the stairs.
It'll be so much better when it's gone.
The skeletal wood of the basement, perfectly dry after uncountable years of desiccation, immediately catches fire.
Wait, what? I'm gonna burn this time?
She's trying to kill us. A misplaced escalation of her passions, but clearly she still cares for us. I say we burn with her.
Well, are you mad at me for trying to kill you? I'm sorry. Or for actually killing you. Yes, I didn't try. I succeeded. I'm sorry.
I'm not mad at you. You gave me so much to think about. And it's all going to be over soon. It's all going to be better.
She's holding a grudge.
A little bit, but... well...
She wouldn't. She's perfect.
I mean, there's a little bit of resentment, but... it's fair, it's understandable, really.
The fire grows quickly, devouring the basement, dancing up the walls and painting every surface with strokes of flame. You're choked by smoke, and the air around you grows uncomfortably warm.
This is pretty horrific.
We've never burned to death before. I wonder how it's going to feel. Bad! I bet it'll feel really, really bad. Yes, it will be terrible, so you'd better come up with something to do and fast. Your personal safety is far from the only thing she's threatening right now. I think a bit of fiery passion is good for the world. You're just trying to spoil her fun.
Is this her idea of fun?
I'm not spoiling anything. I'm trying to prevent oblivion.
Well, rush to the door?
As you rush up the stairs, the entire cabin erupts into a raging inferno.
I have the feeling I don't have much time to chat.
You You ignore the princess, throwing yourself headlong against the door, bashing at it with your clenched fists in a vain attempt at freedom.
Ow, no!
You're stuck here. Your skin starts to bubble.
Oh, that's horrific!
As layers of you peel away into raw, seeping burns, you feel a hand on yours.
You turn to see the princess, face bright and smile wide with manic affection. She clutches you close to her chest, watching with loving eyes as the flames eat you away, bit by bit.
But it hurts!
The pain is unbearable at first. Every inch of you screams as your flesh is stripped away, your muscles stiffening as they're cooked, your blood boiling in your veins.
But it isn't long before the flames take your nerves, and with them, your ability to feel much of anything. See? That wasn't so bad.
That was pretty bad.
It was so bad.
But somehow, nothing is so much worse. You'll get used to it.
There are still the feelings of the heart. Those never go away.
Oh, they always do in the end. You just haven't experienced enough. Eventually you'll want them to stop too. You'll make them stop. Trust me.
The princess's smile never fades. Her skin peels away, and then her muscle, until all you can see is her charring skull, locked in an eternal grin. It's very romantic, really. We got our happy ending after all. We can die happy.
This turned into Romeo and Juliet. But so much more gruesome. Oh. There she goes. I made her the way she is. But despite your best efforts, you do not die, and she is gone. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place. The mirror! So actually, Jane, she's usually a lot more pretty than that. Usually she's not, burning with us. Usually she's a very pretty, adorable princess. But I made her the way she is. I feel a little bad about it. I made us suffer.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Oh, not the mirror. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
I can't believe she was taken away from us.
The nerve. Don't bother looking for her. I'm sure it's just a waste of time.
It probably is, honestly. You think horror monsters are cute except mannequins? Well, if it makes you feel better, she can also be more horrific than that. There are many forms she can take. It's great. You can try and find them all. There's like over 100 achievements, and a lot of them pertain to different endings, so there's a lot of content to explore. The narrator is gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? He was never going to outlast us.
That's true. I'm more powerful.
A villain vanquished.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
You'll be okay. We'll be okay.
Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right? Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
I do. It's the only thing here. Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
I think I'll actually be able to touch it this time. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's me! It's you. He's a creepy little guy. I like him. I like the character we play as. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin? Is there a cabin? Oh, there she is. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Yeah, this one's a bit tortured. Do you like it? What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Good answer. It didn't clarify anything, but thank you. Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
Okay, I think I understand. I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me.
Do you? I don't have dozens of hands erupting from my torso.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
I love the way the hands are controlling every aspect of the, I guess, vessel I've brought to her. She is the hands. And I bring her things to actually represent a person. The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is passion betrayed, but even in the end, her love never faded. She will make for a bright heart.
Aw, she loved me until the end. That's really sad.
Do not mourn her, for she has finally found her light.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
I guess you have a point. Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Oh, okay. I feel so terrible. I could have brought you a happier one. Instead, I betrayed her.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
So no. Got it. She just needs a friend. It must get lonely out here, you know?
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Are you also trapped then? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
So no, you're clueless just like me. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Sometimes. I was genuinely curious. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
I wish we could be friends. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Oh, she is so reminding me of Voice of the Cold. How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
Okay. So it'll reset me. How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Wow, I've gone through this dialogue before, by the way. And it's actually so interesting how, because I've seen the ending of the game, kind of, it's interesting that these words that I thought were circular are making sense to me now. I'm actually comprehending what's going on here. It's interesting. You want to hug her? Seems like she'd be great at hugs. Look at all those arms. You would feel so secure. And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
That's almost worse, actually. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're talking about change, and I don't know if that reassures me, really. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Aw.
You won't.
Oh, okay, I won't. Okay. Everything goes dark and you die. All I do is die. And we're back. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And you're here to slay her.
Like,
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
you You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or RI on your controller. Okay. I don't know if we have to go through it all again. It's up to you guys. I have to slay the princess. You know what? Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Apparently, to destroy is merely to reshape.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I don't know, I've done some pretty terrible things. And I've only gotten one vessel. Forget it, I'm not doing
Are you
this.
serious? No, you have to do it.
I don't, actually. You know, it was pretty upsetting last time. Can't I just leave? Isn't that a thing? I'm gonna turn around and I'm going to leave.
Seriously?
Bye!
You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I'm going in the opposite direction. Yeah. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I am not going to the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Yeah, find someone else.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange.
Okay.
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
You can't just place me in front of the cabin and expect me to be okay with it. I'm leaving. No. Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
That's fine. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand
Well,
that.
clearly I don't have any maturity. I'm leaving. Let me go.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
This path also looks identical. And there's
Would
the
you look at that?
cabin.
You're at the cabin again.
No.
I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
I haven't seen another living person. And also, I'm sick of dying! The narrator saying it'll be the end of the world. It seems like the narrator is threatening to destroy the world. See, we're suspicious of the narrator. Why would I listen to him?
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Oh?
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Okay, I see the cabin in the background.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that
That's
those
a lot of
flickers
cabins.
weren't just a trick of light.
It's a lot of cabins.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
This is so unsettling. This entire game is unsettling. How would you even, at this point, choose which cabin to enter?
Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
I got cut off. There was no escape. Chapter 2, The Stranger. I never met her. I never even got to see the princess that time.
A path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Wow. Okay. No.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all.
Maybe I'm the one who ended the world last time. I broke everything.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Maybe, but... Okay, what voice did I get, though? What voice?
I don't know. It's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
This one's my favorite, I think. I think I really like Contrarian. I think I love Contrarian.
The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day.
It's all about irritating him.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Yeah, I was just noticing this backdrop. I couldn't tell if it was like weird trees, but it's very grid-like for trees, right? Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost.
What?
Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
What? Okay, should I lie to him? Yup. Okay, heading to the cabin now where I'm definitely gonna slay the princess. No. No, because I don't want to go to the cabin. I don't want to go. If I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods. Forever.
Oh, that's clever. A little boring, though.
It kind of is. I don't actually want to do that.
It's extremely boring.
I'm sure something will happen, though.
Can we really do that? Can we really just do nothing?
Maybe nothing is actually super interesting. You guys don't know. Let's watch some grass grow. That rhymed. It was like a little line of a poem. Thank you for the group hydration, by the way. That means everyone must hydrate, not just me. And thank you for the posture check. Why should we hurt one person to save the world? See, these are the questions you should be asking. That's what I love about this game so much. It gets you to question things. Like, you question your whole perception of reality and the voices around you, the princess, the narrator. You don't know who to trust. I'm coming at it from the perspective of I'm just, like, making things happen. You know, as long as it's relatively interesting, I'm seated. But, there are a lot of questions, and I don't have all of the answers. Hey, Invis! Welcome in. How are you? How are things? I hope you're having a great day. It is really, really great to see you. You're okay. I'm glad to hear. I'm doing pretty well, actually. I have some fun plans after stream. I'm gonna be seeing, a, like, theater showing of the Rocky Horror Picture Show for the first time ever. I've only seen the movie, like, once. And I'm gonna be dressing as Janet, so I'm really excited! I'll let you guys know how it goes. Probably. It'll be fun! I'm really excited. I learned how to sew a little bit to make my costume, so I'm taking this really seriously. I like to think I'm pretty good at sewing. I sewed like one straight line and I'm like, wow, I have a gift. I don't love sewing though, unfortunately. But, you know, it's a useful skill to have. But yeah, maybe we can just do nothing. I guess I hadn't considered the nothingness of it all.
No, you can't just do nothing. You have to do something.
That's the problem with games, isn't it? Especially story games and visual novel games. It's like you have to make a choice. You can't just sit on the same screen.
Alright, so it's decided. Even if it's boring, we're going to do nothing. Forever.
Forever?
Congratulations, you continue to waste everyone's time and do nothing. Wait, can you still hear me? Everything's getting fuzzy. What is that weird feeling? It's like I'm barely even here anymore.
What have I done?
Well, it's not nothing, that's for sure. Does that mean we messed up?
The world around you is unwound. It's physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. Wait! I didn't get her a vessel! There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. What did I do? Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Am I the vessel this time? Confusion. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws around the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There's only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. Okay. Alright, I'm back. Chapter 1, The Hero and the
You're on
Princess.
path in the woods.
Wow.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, what if I didn't do the cabin this time? I got chapter 2, The Stranger again, and then I actually go to the cabin the second time. What do you guys think of that idea? Looking at the content warnings of the game, may need to go since certain warnings are bad triggers for you. Oh, totally understandable. That is totally understandable. Yeah, this game does get very dark, and it does have some pretty gruesome moments, so be safe. Honestly, I probably should have said that when I recommended the game to you. I probably should have recommended looking into content warnings. I just assumed that the content warnings would be like listed on the Steam page somewhere. I think typically the game doesn't get too dark until like chapter 3-ish. Actually, the game got dark at chapter 1 last time. Never mind. Be careful. Be very, very careful. You don't have to force yourself to stay or anything.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
It does say, but it says to check the website, and there's just a wall of text of all the content. Yeah. I don't even know all the content warnings, unfortunately, because I haven't, like, looked too deep into it. I probably should have. But I have played a bit of this game before, so I was okay. Should I be on the left side? Well, we're like 2 hours in, so, you know, I'll just double down. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, I can't... Okay, I can't walk away until I trigger it a bit. Forget it, I'm not doing this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
I mean, I kind of do. Okay, maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Maybe that'll get it for me?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Maybe I do.
I mean, maybe some people do.
Do I not get the option? Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off.
Wow, I don't get the option, I don't think. Hey chicken, welcome in. How are you? Wow, okay. I wanted to get chapter 2 The Stranger again. Alright, I'll just go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about. The art style is so complex and pretty. I love all the designs for the princess and the vessels. Oh, I don't know what to do. I had a plan. And this is not my plan. I miss the voice of the contrarian.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Should I take the blade this time? I think it would open more options for me. Well, maybe. I mean, there were some little things I could have done without the blade, like I could have slayed the princess instead of fighting back against the narrator. I could have broken her a bit. That's like a super similar path. I suppose I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She responds differently now that I have a knife.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Hey, hi, I have a knife.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Maybe. I haven't decided. I can say that. I can say I haven't decided yet. Steel your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
I mean, I said hi.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
She appears unarmed. I could just do it without talking to her. I shouldn't hesitate, right? Just do the stabbies. Stab, stab. There was this one run that I did. I came down here without a blade. I asked her a bunch of questions. I decided, maybe I should slay her. I went to get my blade and it was too late. It was way too late. You can't hesitate. Hey dear, how are you? It's really good to see you. That being said, I'm not going to hesitate, even though I've been hesitating this whole time. I am going to slay the princess.
You lunge forward.
She
without
looks so
a moment's
scared.
hesitation.
Stab!
You feel flesh easily.
Oh my
give
god, I
way
did it.
And look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, I've done it. I've really done it.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
She looks so mad.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Is it? I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
I really don't think you should do that.
You know, I went along with the narrator this time. I should probably continue to go along with
And
what he
why shouldn't we?
says.
Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Okay, you're right. She's dead. Let's just get out of here. I learned my lesson. I learned what happens when I don't listen to the narrator. I'll just go.
Yes, exactly. It's over.
It's probably fine.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
I didn't even talk to her this time.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
But what now?
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Oh, I found the long quiet again.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
I don't know about that. I found another route where I do nothing again. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world. He did mention a reward before.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
I don't like this reward. Take it back. Does it have a return tag?
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
You can't say I'm happy if I'm not actually happy.
Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
I think it's the second one. Okay, maybe I'm not happy. And I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to die, aren't I? I always have to die.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
Imagine if this was your first route, and you just had to be like, well, maybe death isn't the end. Eat cat, welcome in. The only pristine cut is from your barber. I'm glad you have a good barber. I know that's supposed to be a joke, but like, genuinely, it's so hard to find a good barber. Okay, can't watch anymore. You have to go. Okay. Be safe, Jane. Be safe. Yeah, the endings of each chapter is pretty rough. Because Teresa is pretty gruesome. So, just a fair warning.
Don't you dare.
I may dare. Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
Ah, yes, the floor here is made of floor.
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
This is the narrator's idea of saving the world. Just eternalness. Eternity of nothing. You're just playing, your barber pushed you back to the BC era? What'd they do to you? Do you have, stories from your barber shop? Your barber is bad, Linkster. You gotta look for a better one. It's worth it, I promise.
I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That
Okay.
little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You know, unfortunately, I do know that death resets, so I might go use that knife. You'd better be right about this. Or should I stay for a while longer? No, I'll go try the blade. You'd better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
Fine.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
This is suffering.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
It's been a while.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Oh, I didn't even get to hesitate. Okay.
The end. Nice knowing you.
The narrator's so bitter. Chapter 2, The Spectre. Spectra?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Amazing. We're back! She's gonna be mad at me for realsies this time. They push your hairline back? Well, that's about the opposite of what you want. What? Okay, you gotta find a new barber too, Yeet Cat. I know we just met and I'm already giving you advice, but like, maybe you'd be better off cutting your own hair. And then for you, they didn't cut your bangs, so you had to do it when you got home. I had one, and I haven't been back since, but I had one cut my hair unevenly. And I had to go back in and be like, hey, can you like even this out real quick, please? Thanks. It was really awkward. It was pretty terrible. I did get it evened out, but I never went back because I was like, how do you do that? You hate that? It happens more with like short hair, doesn't it? Hear me out, the narrator's voice is kinda what? Kinda... where's the emote? Kinda like that? I can agree with that.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, now I can turn around and leave again. Should I try that? Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Oh, what voice did I get?
That's fine.
Hold.
It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Hold's always the one I get when I, get a little murdery, get a little stabby stab.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
I want Contrarian back. I miss him. I'm gonna turn around and leave. Goodbye.
Do you think there's something else out there? All right. Let's see what we can find. It's bound to be more interesting than doing the same thing over again.
See, Cold gets it. We can make this work.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I actually kind of do. I just need to make sure I don't go too far this time. But it's gonna be different because this is chapter 2 that I'm doing it in. You know what? It's like I said. I'm pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. The alternative is an eternity of supposed happiness, so I don't have great options.
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever. Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
How quaint. He really wants us to go in there, doesn't he?
This is actually so much more fun with Voice of the Cold. I didn't have Voice of the Cold last time. Okay. Also, if I go in there, I know bad things happen. I don't want to go in there after I slayed her. Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy.
Oh. What?
What's going on? Where are we?
Did I mess it up again?
I don't know. But it feels like home.
That's not reassuring. The world around you is unwound. Its physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. I ruined it again! There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. That which dwells in the empty spaces contracts across the edges of your mind. She is furious! Betrayal. Every door you close on me is a door you close on yourself. Do you want to linger here, entwined with a creature you taught to hate you forever? Eternity never ends. Hold spite. Our infinities shrink into something less. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I thought it would be fine! Genuinely! I was like, maybe this time it'll actually be okay. I have cold for me. I have cold to, back me up. Wow. Well, can't leave this time. But thank you for the group hydration. That means everyone must hydrate, not just me. I feel like it's a good time to do so. I have hot cocoa this time around. It's actually getting kind of cold because it's been like 2 hours or so since I made it, but that's fine. Thank you for the posture check too. What, you don't love the freaky hands? You don't love the bad choices? This is why it's great that I'm playing the game, because I just push and push and push. All right, fine. We'll go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
All right, we proceed into the cabin. Do I take the knife again? Guess I could. Do the stabbies again?
The cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I guess I'll take it. I didn't really get to live out a path with the stabbies as consequences. We didn't even get to see the specter.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Hi.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
They call her princess, but she lives in a cabin on a hill. Well, more like she's been imprisoned in a cabin on a hill. Maybe she lived in a castle before that, I don't know.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Okay, we continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
She is very pretty.
Focus on the task at hand.
You know, I can reach her heart, deep down, with a knife. That's my new strategy. No love, just stab.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay. Steel your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I haven't said a single word this entire time. I've just been coming to do the stabbies. That's it.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Okay, we go stab.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Well, no.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
Should I do something different this time, or should I abandon her again? I definitely wanted to do the stabbies, I knew that much, and now we're here.
It's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face.
Maybe I will, because we didn't get to see the specter. And if I make a different choice, I might end up with a different chapter.
But is it over? Really over?
Can I not make this choice? Of course it is. She's dead. No. Why not? Why can't I click that? I'm not sure then.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
I'm not going to check for a pulse.
I really don't think you should do that.
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy.
I can't just leave her. What? I don't wanna do the checking or the removing of the blade. Maybe I will remove the blade though. Let her bleed out. Is that grim? That's pretty twisted, isn't it? No, maybe I'll let her keep it. You know what? I gave it to her fair and square. She can keep the knife. It's the least I can do. I mean, I'll check for a pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question?
Oh?
Wait, what was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy.
But she didn't use the knife. Why'd they make me do this?
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
I was forced to do this. I couldn't leave.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate?
I don't know. I couldn't.
At least you managed to take her with you.
I couldn't do anything else. It was that or take the knife.
For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And I die. Chapter 2, The Razor. I do get a different one. I
You're
wanted
on
the
a path
specter.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I'm just not getting what I want today. I can't get the stranger, I can't get the specter, I just keep messing up my chapters, I keep making the long quiet lady angry with me. Yeet Cat, Heroics narrator is actually something I could get behind. I like the way you think. Also, Linkster, thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. June is so entertaining to watch. Every choice she has made so far has been fun to watch and sometimes unexpected. She really knows how to be funny and keep people invested. I hope so. I've been having so much fun. I love this game. I love making chaotic choices.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But I died. What am I doing here? And what voice did I get?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Voice of the cheated.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
I don't know. She seemed pretty armed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
That is about what happened.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Let's do some more exploring just so I can ask the other question I saw. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did actually happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me. Or you died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I did listen to you, though.
We mostly listened to you. How are we supposed to know she'd spring back to life? If she sprung back to life in this hypothetical scenario, then clearly you didn't slay her. But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right.
I was doing my best before.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here.
I don't know. I don't ask questions.
What would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
I've tried. I really have.
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else. We were so close to finishing the job last time. She can't get the jump on us twice. If we're careful, we should be fine.
That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
But I'm scared. Let's talk about this, princess.
Just be quick about it.
We killed each other last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Okay, I tried. I just didn't get the option to leave her behind. I promise I would have. It was rigged. I am the cheated. Hey, Gecko, welcome in. 89P13 is a genetically enhanced raccoon turned freelance criminal. I'm very proud of that raccoon. I don't know who that raccoon is, but I'm glad it exists. I love the concept of a freelance criminal. You might know him as Rocket the raccoon. Unfortunately, I don't. But again, happy for him. How are you, by the way? I have not seen Guardians of the Galaxy. So, maybe that gives a bit more context why I'm not super familiar.
Oh, and don't get stabbed while you're at it.
I'll try! I didn't try to get stabbed the first time! Okay, all she did last time around was stab me to death. How can someone like that end the world?
She just can. But she's still only a princess. You're fully up to the task you've been given, so long as you remember that.
Well, she didn't exhibit any otherworldly powers. Fine, that's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
I'll do my best, but I'll probably die like I always do. I can turn around and leave. Should I play this game again? It always goes so wrong. Turn around and leave.
And away we go. Good call.
I have cheated this time. Maybe it'll be different.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I do! Away! Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
My goals are beyond your understanding.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again.
Unless I just keep ruining everything. I mean, come on. I'm already here. I'm already here, and I want to leave, so I'm gonna turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right.
We're fading again.
Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy.
Sorry, narrator, this isn't about you. This goes beyond you.
What's going on? Where are we?
I'm sorry, voice of the hero. You're just collateral damage.
That son of a bitch flipped over the table, didn't he?
The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. Oh, she's gonna be mad again. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Hey! Desperate pleas. I do not hate you. I'm sorry I said I hate you. I do not have to hate you. You can still leave this place forever. An offering. We can be friends. Ecstasy. You are elated. You have never felt more elated than you feel now. Everything is good. You cannot remember what it is like to feel anything other than euphoric joy. A reminder. We can be worse than enemies. Agony. You are torn into a million pieces, and you feel pain in each of them. You have never felt more miserable than you feel now. You cannot remember what it is like to feel anything other than anguish. Mercy. You are elated again. You have never felt more elated than you are now. In contrast to the agony you've suffered, this elation is better than all of the other elation you have experienced. She's manipulating me. Round eyes looking up at you. I need more vessels so that I can be finished. I cannot find them on my own, for they are me. You are the only one who can do this. You are our only salvation. She's bargaining with me now. What
You're
can I
on a
do to make
path
you stop?
In the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, I'm on a
You're
mission.
here.
Can I leave? Okay, I have to silently go to the cabin.
You make your... We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him.
Okay, proceed into the cabin. We've done this before. We just gotta go in, stab, get out. And then hopefully abandon everything again.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your implement.
Okay, take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
Don't let it fool you. It's all
Okay, continue down the stairs.
good. You're still listening to reason.
I am, absolutely. The long quiet is definitely foreboding. I agree.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay. We'll see if I can, honestly. We'll see what they let me do. Steel your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? So, you should just drop it.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I can't even stab her. I have to drop the blade or explore. This is so cool. This is so cool. Something beyond us is shaping everything. Okay. I was considering dropping the blade anyway. I'll drop the blade.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
It's my only option.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
The thing is, by doing this, I'm gonna have to try and get these chapter 2s again. Because I'm basically going through making choices and then disregarding everything.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's, pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Well, you're supposed to end the world. No, I don't like that one. I'm gonna say I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
Okay, we've talked enough. I'm not sure if any of this is gonna matter if I keep messing it up.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
Maybe
You
I'll
know
leave.
Why you're here.
Or I could try to slay her now. Or I could try to get her out. I don't know. I'm making different routes, but I'm trying to ruin everything. Okay, slay the princess. Oh, she's not gonna let me.
Clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Not my jaw. My little bird jaw.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
She fractured my jaw.
Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
Honestly, it's fair for her to defend herself, but she is crazy strong.
We can still turn this around.
Finish the job?
You and the princess
I
stare at
can't.
each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
I need to remember these. I need to remember the paths I'm taking.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh, I kind of feel bad.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
It was fun?
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And I die. Chapter 2, The Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Yup. Can I leave? I can. I can turn around and leave. Okay, bye.
You can't just leave.
Oh, it's stubborn.
You're supposed to fight her. Where are you going?
I do like Voice of the Stubborn. I'm meeting different ones every time now.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
I am. Can I? I can. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. I am breaking everything.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path...
Of course it does.
The cabin.
Okay, we turn around again and we leave again. You guys see what I'm going for, right? I'm trying to, like, go above the narrator's head. I'm basically like, let me speak to your manager right now. Turn around again and leave again.
Really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right.
No?
You still hear me? You're supposed... What's going on? Where are we?
Sorry, team. I'm sacrificing everything for this.
I told you we shouldn't have come here. I told you. But did you listen? No.
No, I'm more stubborn than stubborn. What's she got to say for me now? The world around you is unwound. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. I am back! Dejection. Feelers limp against your soul. Why? Long silence, a hollow heart. Don't want to see you. Depression. You don't know what you're doing. You can't see it, but I'm getting achievements for this.
In the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
The achievements is what is making this so interesting to me, so I feel like I should maybe even tell you. I don't usually, because the way I record doesn't show achievements to you, but the first time around that I did this, I got an achievement called Denial. The second time around, I got Anger. Third time around, I got Bargaining. Fourth time around, I got Depression. So we're going through like the 5 stages of grief, and I'm thinking if I keep doing this, something happens, right? Right. That's what the achievements lead me to believe, but also the fact that it's different every time. That time she barely wanted to speak to me once I reached her. Okay. Let's use tab. Silently continue to the cabin. I have no choice. Proceed into the cabin. Should I do the blade thing again? I don't know. With the blade route, I feel like it's getting like lengthier. I should go down the save her route again, right? I think that was a pretty good suggestion, especially because I can do it quickly and we've seen it before, so it's not like as devastating to be like, well, I missed the Razor chapter and I missed the Stranger chapter, but yeah, I'll leave the blade behind. Okay, continue down the stairs. And I'll just go in and save her. Do you have any other ideas for how to save yourself? Like, can you just kind of do the thing where you bite off your arm?
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
If we can't break the chains?
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
That's honestly very true. Hey Jester, welcome in! And Dynamic, thank you for the posture check, and thank you for the group hydration. That's very sweet of you. That means, everyone must hydrate, not just me. And Irene, hi! Oh, so many cool people joining. You joined at such a weird time. This is like, a story-based game with a bunch of branching paths and decision-making. And basically what I'm doing right now is I'm going down the path of trying to make no decisions. So, you've joined at a very interesting time. I'm trying to break things. You have water? I'm very proud of you. But yeah, to go along with the fun fact that just came up, trying new things, or that I love to try new things, like I said earlier, before some of you just joining us joined, I was learning how to sew recently, and I don't really love sewing, but I do love learning something new, like a new skill. You remember this? Oh, Dynamic, were you here when I played it the first time back in January? Just a pre-warning, you don't know how long you'll stay. Honestly, I don't think stream will go for very much longer. I think it's gonna be a shorter stream today. But it's totally fair that you don't want to do any song meanings. I will look forward to when you have some more for next time. You did like 3 or 4 song meanings last time. So it's totally understand to be like, hey, today I want a break. Oh, you don't think you were there for that, but you do remember the game. Okay, all right, fair enough. The game is super great. It's so, like, involved, and it has so many branching paths. It's so cool.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh, not the lock.
Is someone else here?
Alright, I gotta go tell her.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
This is pretty
I
messy.
heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Oh, by the way, before we go any further, I forgot to do this at the start of stream and I feel terrible about it, but this game does have some... It has a very lengthy list of content warnings. What we're about to come up on is going to be bloody and gruesome, so if you're pretty sensitive to certain visuals, like, you know, blood and gore and body horror and viscera, please take care of yourselves and be safe. Just so we're all clear, there are some disturbing themes throughout the game.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
She's so vicious.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
Nom.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I might just go with Slay the Princess, because it might end this, storyline here, and it'll be different if we do manage to get through. I'm trying to take, both parts into account. Or I could take her out to not change anything or do anything different. Because we've already done this, storyline of saving the princess, except I did kind of, ruin everything at the end. But, you know. Which Twitch made you accept the content warning anytime the streamer switches to a game with it? This game actually doesn't come with, content warnings for just watching the stream. Interestingly enough. Honestly, some games that I play that should, don't. Mmm, tasty flesh. Yeah, she's kind of crazy. Okay, save the princess. I'll just go for it.
Fine.
Fine.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Gross.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
But she's free!
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay, I think this time I'm just not gonna fight the narrator, and I'm just gonna let him take over my body and then progress. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Oh, but he can.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
So there is an option down here to warn her, and then you can go through a whole thing. But I think I'm just gonna let it happen.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, the blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time?
No, I just thought I could get this over with. I'm sorry, I care about you.
I don't know what's come over you, But if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm.
I need to remember this too! This is different!
But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric.
I have actually seen this before. In a different context, interestingly enough. She's scary, wouldn't want to mess with her. She can also be sweet, Irene. She can take on many different forms. That's the interesting thing about this game. Your choices shape the world around you, most notably the princess. It's a really, really cool game. Honestly, it's on Switch now. So, oh, you want sing-song voice? I can do sing-song voice for like 3 minutes. As I tell you about the game, but this game is on Switch now. It came out with the Pristine Cut update. So if you can handle the darker themes of the whole murder and gruesome, sinewy deaths and, terrible ends that your character will meet throughout the game, I would highly, highly recommend it. It's also on sale on Steam right now. So, can't see it as a game you'd play for yourself. Honestly, if you guys like seeing me play this game, I know it's kind of dark and gruesome and, disturbing, but if you like seeing me play this game, I could definitely play more of it and try to get more endings or something along those lines, because I love this game, and the only reason I stopped playing it for a while was because the Pristine Cut update hadn't come out and I was waiting on it. You've liked the whole stream so far. Well, thank you. Thank you. Hey, Cicada. Welcome in. How are you? Thank you for the lurk. Thank you for being here. I hope you're well. But, yeah, I also figured this was perfect for October because it's spooky and creepy and scary and unsettling. Thank you for that. Well, we still have like a minute. We have a whole, I don't know, like 30 seconds or something. You'll get your sing-song redeem played out. I actually haven't had anyone redeem that redeem in a while, so this is fun for me. Best use of your points. I'm proud of you for saving up so many, because I know that redeem is kind of expensive. But thank you for sticking around long enough to save up those points. If there's anything you want me to say in the sing-song voice specifically, you can tell me too. And I'll say it, or sing it, or something. Okay, let's continue.
If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world.
It can't just end like this, right?
Oh, but it will.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And I die! Chapter 2, The Witch. I haven't gotten the witch before, and I won't get her today either, because I'm gonna leave!
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I can turn around and leave. Okay, bye! This kinda hurts. I get why this is like a hard route to do. Because it's so tempting to be like, okay, I got a route, I should do the proper thing. I'm stubborn though, I'm gonna keep doing it. I am curious what voice I got though.
Well, you're the boss.
Opportunist! I like opportunist.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
I don't even know if I've met opportunist before, actually.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange.
There it is again. Okay, turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
I kind of am.
Remarkably selfish, if you ask. But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to... What's going on? Where are we?
Bye. I'm being taken.
I like it. Seems like it's got great acoustics.
Oh, I wish I could have gone down that route so bad. Maybe next time. The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. Poor princess, I know, because I keep abandoning her. I keep stabbing her and then being like, okay, I'm not going to deal with the consequences of my actions, bye. The feelers hold you in a gentle caress. Resignation cannot stop you, but our spool is nearly taut. A warning. If you come here again, you will be here forever. Acceptance. Got the acceptance achievement.
You're on a path. You're
Okay.
here to...
Let's go through. Let's go through and let's go again. Once more. I'm committed to this. Okay, let's enter the basement and just go for saving her.
Good.
Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
I couldn't examine the chains. I have to explore a bit. Can I not just free her? What are you... Okay, wait. Yeah, what are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
That's really sad.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
I believe you, kind of. I have to retrieve the blade or leave her. Guess I could just leave. Guess I could just go get the blade, go back upstairs to retrieve the blade without saying another word.
Thank you.
And she immediately turns suspicious.
You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
This is not going to work. There's no way.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
I'm sorry.
You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
I know that you can, and I know you can do it quickly. But I am so low on options.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
She's not.
She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep
we're
down
not
the
sure.
basement stairs. It's quiet.
I don't like the quiet.
Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen.
Oh, she was always so capable of getting out on her own.
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Okay, let's finish this.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Close the door behind me? That's dumb, but okay.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
I hate that. Okay, investigate the arm?
You step forward to investigate the severed limb. A trail of blood leads from its jagged stump into a dark corner of the basement. And then you hear the quiet patter of feet against the floor, and there's suddenly a weight on your shoulders. The princess tears into you. Her teeth and claws are unnaturally sharp, ripping into your
Here
shoulders.
we go again.
digging into your throat. You fall to the ground, the princess eagerly tearing at your flesh. Holy shit. What is she?
Give up? That's my only option?
Are you serious? As the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers can no longer hold the blade. It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense lying useless beside you in a pool of your cooling blood. I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back.
I suppose I did. I
This
die.
is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And I die. Chapter 2, The Beast. I've gotten this chapter before. There it is. Something familiar.
You're on a path.
You get the voice of the hunted for this
And at the
one.
end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
But we're just gonna leave. Bye.
Yes, we're safer taking flight.
See, hunted gets it.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Yup. Quietly continue down the path away.
Fine. I suppose.
Turn around again. Leave again. A dark place. Thoughts like us shouldn't be here. I love how each one reacts differently. The world around you is unwound. There is a distant rumbling. Oblivion. The many feelers pull your shape into something formless. You have made a decision. It is the wrong one. I love you. You are bliss, joy and understanding everywhere at once. Your soul threatens to fade away. I love you. You are agony, a numbing arm, a parched throat, an open wound, your soul forced back into existence. I love you. You are bliss, joy and understanding everywhere at once. Your soul threatens to fade away. I love you. You are agony, a numbing arm, a parched throat, an open wound, your soul forced back into existence. I love you. You are bliss, joy and understanding everywhere at once. Your soul threatens to fade away. I love you. Am I stuck? I'm stuck. Exist? You are bliss. You are agony. Exist? You are bliss. You are agony. Oh, I gotta let go. Consciousness fades away. I ruined the whole game. Incredible. I just stumbled upon a super interesting path on accident. I had to go for it. I broke everything. Maybe I'll run this again in the future. I honestly didn't mean to go for so long, but I really wanted to see what was gonna happen, you know? Also, Shaky, hi! Welcome, how have you been? June is an amorphous, shape-shifting, murderous demon confirmed? Kind of! I got razors hiding in my wrists! In my arms! He admitted it. Yeah, but like, don't quote me on that, okay? Okay. I am gonna get ready to raid out if that's okay. I hope you all enjoyed this game. I know I kind of broke it at the end there. And I made like the most chaotic choices. And this is not my first time streaming the game, which is why I made some of the choices I did. I wanted to, you know, do something different. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. What? That's what I get for breaking the game. Little playlist. I'll listen to it. Maybe. Breaking the game is part of the fun? Yeah! I loved that! I was so, like, invested in how that all was gonna go. Oh, I loved that. And, like, the progression of achievements on that is fascinating. The way it's, like, the 5 stages of grief, and then you just become nothing. Fascinating. I'm gonna get my raid set up. I will be streaming again on Tuesday. It's gonna be art club meeting. So if you're planning on submitting for art club and you're working on something, try to hopefully finish it up. Otherwise, I will have a new prompt ready for you for November. So look forward to that if that's something you would like to participate in the future. I do also have raid messages that you can use. It's very much appreciated on both ends, even if you can't stick around for the raid after the fact, if you have to like raid and fade or anything. It's always totally understandable. It's just, you know, very much appreciated to support the raid. Linkster, thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you so much. I did see the first one, sorry. June is awesome. The stream was really fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was great having you. Thank you for being here. I'll see you again at Tuesday at 11 a.m. CST, maybe for Art Club. I look forward to it. And then I have a Halloween stream coming up. But for now, I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, however you choose to spend it. And thank you for spending some of it with me, but for now, goodbye! I'm sending you all off now. Bye, Linkster. Bye, Irene. Bye, Shaky. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. The stream